miscellaneous items to talk about for Franconia, Valley, and track, and some other things. So take it away, Mr. Taylor.
All right, so if you remember, we recently awarded a bid for paving at Franconia and Indian Valley for the summer. Some of the alternates that were out there, which we did not accept, were a cinder track at Valley. The consensus was we didn't want cinder, we would look at potentially paving or a synthetic track. So there's some proposals in there. We're not making a recommendation tonight. We got some information from the board to discuss the track. The cheapest option would be $506,000 for a macadam track with lines painted on it. And then the next cheapest would be $735,000 for a synthetic track. And then there's different grades of synthetic more expensive. So that's for the board to discuss to see what the appetite is for a track. But what we did also deny was the hard clay surfaces at Franconia and the tennis courts at Valley. We wanted to convert them to basketball courts and pickleball courts and utilize them for obviously gym class, but our community ed program and everything. They seem to be very valuable. The thing was, the low bidder overall for the paving was actually higher than a lot of the other bidders in these alternates. So we denied those alternates, thinking that we could maybe do it more economically later, right? So we asked Penn Builders, who is currently doing the general bid work, the general construction at Valley, hey, could you get us some estimates on these projects? So they were able to get us some estimates on these projects, and they actually came in significantly lower than what the public bid portion was. So at this point, we are recommending to do the hard clay surface at Franconia and convert the tennis courts to basketball courts and pickleball courts. We also were asked by some board members to see, well, what if we just got rid of the dilapidated tennis courts and planted grass, returned to grass, right? We asked for a quote for that. Surprisingly, it actually came in $4,000 more to get rid of it and plant grass. And the reason being is they got to dig up all that material, they got to truck that material, and they got to dispose that material. So the three options we really have for the tennis courts is leave the dilapidated and potentially become a safety hazard, or upgrade them, make them usable for gym class, community ed programs, and the public for basketball courts, pickleball courts, or spend more money to return to grass. So we're recommending to take Penn Builders' change order of $150,989 to do that, compared to what the public bid was of $235,800. So you can see that's a savings of almost $85,000 over if we would have accepted the public bid earlier. And then at the hard clay surface at Franconia, the public bid was $117,800. This change order would be for $71,830. So you see, once again, significant savings of almost $43,000. So they're definitely both needed. And while we're finishing up these projects there, they need to get these done over the summer. So we're asking for these two change orders with Penn Builders to be moved forward for consideration to be done this summer. They need to start once again procuring materials and also getting the crews signed up. That's why we're asking for approval now, so they can get ready to mobilize right when the school's out. So these projects will be done prior to the students returning in the fall. So that's that. And like I said, in the attachments, you also have the quotes for the track. So I don't know if you want to.
We're going to run the room first on the first one.
Yep.
So we're going to run around real quick on the first two, or the hard surface and the, we'll call the tennis court. Questions, Nick?
One more thing to consider real quick, we budgeted $1.5 million for all the paving. The public bid came in for the general paving of 1.3. We do the tennis courts and the hard play surface, it comes about another 220. So you're just slightly over your original budget when we earned interest. So there is money allocated for these projects already.
Not a little sales pitch?
Absolutely. That's our recommendation.
They're free. So is this to be moved?
Yes.
Or are you looking for this?
The first two.
Up the top.
Just the first two.
Just the first two, right?
Right.
I understand.
Hard play surface and the pickleball or tennis court or basketball court.
So is it a basketball court, a pickleball court?
It's a multi-purpose court.
And is it for strictly for the school use?
Community.
It'll be community use.
In fact, I checked Peter Becker, they do not have a pickleball court. And then the residents.
Well, Frankie, you just did, both go down there. More.
You gotta pay for it somehow.
I don't have another question.
You're good.
No, it seems well thought out, I think I can support both of these recommendations.
Okay?
No, I just asked if we could put a camera on the tennis courts because of the investment and to protect ourselves in the public. That's all I asked.
We did talk about that.
Thank you.
Janet, Steve?
I love the pickleball, it's what's popular now and there's nothing around, so I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, I don't think there's much involved.
No.
Okay, so we're okay to move those two forward?
Okay.
Okay, then let's, gonna run around the room and ask some questions about the track. Okay, we have multiple numbers going from,
Do you want to just digest this information for a moment?
they had, okay. So I just had a couple of questions. So one proposal, the last one is just blacktop. Is it, can we get a proposal for just going back to cinders or no?
Well, we had that in the public. So we have
Public can use it on the weekends
I can
or whatever.
report you that information to the public.
Do you remember what the number was roughly?
Well, can you just give Penn Builders, give us a price of new cinders versus public bid? Because they're coming in a lot lower than the public bid.
Well, they were one of the public bids, so I can give you that number that they bid.
Okay, we could find out what the cinders are, and then, I just have a question that we're just redoing this, I thought we were just going to pave it. And now all of a sudden, we've got lines, I've got a pit, I've got, I've got a shot put, that, it turned into a whole flippin', excuse my French, track, when we were using the track over at Crestwood competitions. Was the plan, is the administration's plan to use this as competition now?
For the Indian Valley track.
Yes, Indian Valley Track Team could use it, gym class could use it, and also the track itself could be accessible to the public.
Right, the track, but then I have items in here for field event concrete, track lining, I have track equipment purchase, are they really needed if we're just blacktopping the track?
If we want to keep the teams at their home schools, yes.
What was the plan, again, I'm just asking questions to the board here, was the
We talked
plan?
about different options.
Right, that's what I'm just trying.
Well, I mean, that cost is way higher than I thought it would be. And anything is better than what it is now. Okay, so I thought what you thought, that we were just gonna basically pay for use, maybe not for competition.
Yes,
Just, for the public, this is not high level, this is middle school, right? But that was my thought, because I don't think we're gonna pay $1 million on these.
What are the specifications on a blacktop? Do you know just the depth?
2A, 6 inches of 2A modified stone, 3 inches of base paving, and 1.5 inches wearing course. So do we just want to, again, so we can give direction to the administration, are we just looking for, I'm gonna say a walking path around, or are we looking to give them a full-blown track?
My impression was we were gonna look at both, that we're spending $400,000 plus fees. Does it still make sense to bus kids to Crest for competition? If I'm just doing quick math on the 506 bid, I have roughly $450,000 in just making that basic track. I have about another $55,000 for the lining, the event work, striping, etc. So in my mind, if I'm spending $450,000, is it worth it if I'm not gonna spend the extra 50 to keep the Indian Valley kids there and allow them to compete at their own school? That's a dilemma.
And what are you spending on busing down that crest every time too?
A year, I'd have to get that number, but it's several thousand.
So Mr. Brown, to that point, if we could maybe put some thought into this and come back.
Yeah, that's fine, this is questions we asked them, they got information back, and I think we've given them a little more information to get us a little, further what we're going to do.
So this is saying that it'll be equivalent to crest track.
No,
Not quite.
Not quite,
Quite
Crest is,
Closer.
Okay.
Crest is a synthetic track, like at the high school. This would be blacktop, like your driveway, with lines painted on it.
But we do have synthetic here.
Yes.
So we do have.
We do, yeah, if you wanna
We have
spend,
membrane on that.
if you wanna spend $825,000
To
versus
get
506. If you're
So-
trying to make them compatible, Crest versus, you know, Valley, you're looking at $825,000.
What I'm hearing here is we're gonna come back, give you a couple more options, like with the cinders or whatever, and then we'll talk about the pros and cons of everything, like we always do. It does not need to be moved tonight.
Right, no, it wasn't, that's why we broke it apart, so.
And when you do that, can you bring the difference in the lifespan, compared to lifespan as well as that?
Do you want, okay, so you want synthetic, regular blacktop and cinder comparison, or do you want just blacktop and cinder comparison?
No, I think you gotta go synthetic, I think we're gonna look at all.
It's there, synthetic's there.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
there. It's all-
Okay.
we
Yeah,
have
we already
it.
have it.
We have all, it's just, it's a little.
And we have a blacktop, but, does the spec have to be that heavy?
So, Mr. Braun, I guess, are you looking for a blacktop proposal that's just basically a walking track, running track or gym, not for track competitions, not the pits and all that
I think-
stuff? Is that really the only thing else besides cinders you're looking for?
Okay, so, yeah, I would give us an option for that and an option for the cinders.
Okay.
Basic blacktop option.
Basic blacktop is just a a blacktop oval for Peter Becker's people to walk around it, or the school to use it for, you know, running around the track, you know, so they're not running in mud.
For gym.
So, for gym class,
Yes.
okay? Any feedback from the public on that, but we're still kicking this around, sir.
Yeah, I'm just throwing out. From my experience, when I went through Souderton, I did the Valley Crest, path. Honestly, that track at Valley sucks. And going from the track team, doing track at Valley, doing track at Crest, it was so much easier when going to competitions to utilize Crest track. I think it would be beneficial in the long run, not just to the team, but also the community, to have an equal or similar track set up at Valley as well, especially for the community too. So.
Okay, on that note, we adjourn. Thank you very much for coming out tonight.